God. Why are you, just look, you think I'm controlling this over here?
Don't make it public if you don't want it up on the screen.
I'm posted it. You really want to talk about the rep and talk about the keto and talk about the transformation of you, because it's important. Yeah. This is hard, and not everyone's going to lose weight.
How do you know? Do you guys want to hear? That was not planned, obviously. Do you guys want to hear about the ketogenic program? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I've always been the skinny kid, the guy that couldn't or didn't figure out how to gain weight, that didn't, really understand how to get into shape. I just thought it was all about, eating well and exercising, and I wanted to get in shape. So in the last year, I started focusing on that, and I learned a lot from Joel Molly. I learned a lot from a friend of mine named Nick Candy. I learned a lot from Sanjeev Javia. And it's really interesting when you actually are looking for something and you seek the advice of people that have the results that you're looking for. It's amazing what little things you'll learn. And sometimes it's easy to think that you have all the answers or that you just naturally know what you're supposed to do. And most of it, quite frankly, came down to accountability. You got to get accountability partners. If you want to make money, you got to get accountability partners around wealth. If you want to have a great marriage, you have to get a great accountability set of partners for that. And so I got some accountability partners, and I was so excited to learn about the ketogenic program. So you can see the website there is ygyKetogenic.com. And so I encourage all of you, just go there. We can spend a lot of time talking about it, but the reality is the whole program is written out. So if you know people that want to bulk up, ygyKetogenic.com. If you know people that want to slim down, ygyKetogenic.com. So they give you the food choices, the dietary plans, the supplements, and all the things that you need to do to take responsibility for yourself. It's really well spelled out. You can chat, you can talk to people, you can enter into forums there where people will be happy to give responses to you. But there's three primary products that are built into the ketogenic program. You all know about the Slender FX. There's the Slender FX line. There's three products. There's the Slender FX ketogenic bars. Can I see that?
They're right behind Tom. There's all three of them.
Perfect. All three of them right there. Tom will find those for me. So here's the bar. Okay, it's a great bar. If you've never had this bar before, it's a fantastic bar. Do you like this bar, Bill?
So good.
Awesome.
Yeah, it actually makes my mouth water just talking about it. So these bars right here,
me advertising.
Yeah. Thank you, Denise.
You're welcome, guys.
So the bars are really fantastic. When you're tempted, because here's what happens. We go out and about during the day, and then it's like, oh man, I'm starving. Or you think you're starving. You're really starving and thinking you're starving. So you think you're starving, you go out, and you're like, oh, I'll just go in and I'm sure I'll find something healthy at Noodles. Carb City, right?
Yeah.
So how many people like noodles? I do. Yeah. Great place to eat. Just not so much if you're looking to slim down. So, but we make really rash decisions like that. So throw things like this into your bag, into your car, into your console, and have them ready to go, because this is healthier for you than a lot of other things. So this right here is the product I was talking about in here. This is my personal favorite of the three. They're all necessary. This is my favorite though. So here is a little bottle called Rev, and it's really exciting. Longevity developed this a few months or so ago, and when I learned that this was coming out and it was going to be available to people, I wanted to know as much about it as possible. So Juliet and I started taking this product, and every day before meals, I put this under my tongue. And Dr. Wallach recommends that you put it under your tongue about 30 minutes after you eat as well. So about 15 minutes before, and then about 30 minutes after. That's his advice for this product. Some people haven't heard that before. So he just spoke about it at our regionals down in Dallas. So this is, it's a couple things. It's a rapid fat loss accelerator. So it's just going to speed up your ability to release the unwanted fat stores, which is great, converts it to energy so that you get the caloric benefits, and that just equals you not needing to take in as many calories. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if you're taking in calories of yourself, because you're maybe a kind of a crude way of looking at it is you're self-cannibalizing a little bit. No, that's okay. That's what burning calories is all about. That's exactly what's going on. So it just helps you do that a little bit faster. But instead of it being wasteful, you're actually using the calories for your benefit. So therefore, when you're supplementing with 90 for life, which is what Joel talked about earlier, and you're getting all that nutritional value into your body, that's healthy nutrition, and you have the caloric benefit of your rapid fat loss acceleration, then suddenly everything up here is telling you, you know what? I don't need to eat so much. Less, fork to mouth is a really healthy way to get in shape. So that's what the Rev product is all about. And then the third product, which is fantastic, is the ketogenic shake, which is fantastic. So again, Slender FX is the brand, and this is the ketogenic shake. So those are the three products. So what would you do with a product like this? Well, how many of you are early morning risers? You just like to get up early in the morning. Okay, great. And some of the rest of you, obviously. All right. How many of you get up early even if you don't like to get up early? You still get up early and have responsibilities. Okay, so let's just say you're up at 6 or 7 a.m. You're getting ready for work. You're going about your day. You have breakfast.
Oh, well, that's reasonable.
That's reasonable, right?
Yeah.
It's 4:30 a.m. So this is a great option like mid-morning or a complete meal replacement. So if you're exercising and you're burning a lot of calories, I like to work out in the mornings just to get out of the way and to get my endorphins going. But mid-morning, when I start thinking I'm hungry, this is a great meal replacement. Instead of eating junk or snacking on stuff that's not at all going to be a benefit to you, this is fantastic. You can do stuff to it, like put cocoa powder in it. You can put bananas in here. You can put
Somebody said use coffee.
You can put the coffee. You can put peanut butter in here.
Almond butter.
Yeah, almond butter, peanut butter, coffee, bananas. Yes, she's got to go number one. Yes. All right.
Nobody's gonna do this.
I have a French Tom will sleep by here in a few minutes. So that's the ketogenic shake. Any questions on the ketogenic.com program?
It's on sale.
It's on
This
sale right
month.
now?
Oh, yeah.
That pack for $149 till the end of the
There's a CEO pack.
Fantastic. Excellent. All right. So by the way, that is a good point. So she says there's a CEO pack with it. Here's my personal preference. When people are getting started, which is actually going to lead right into Marianne Niehaus, she's speaking next. And so she's going to talk about CEO school in a second. But here's the thing. When we talk about the concept of CEO, there's a good, a better, and a best way to engage into longevity. A good way to get involved with longevity is simply to get started and not pressure yourself or feel like you're overwhelmed with your bank account and what you can do and just the act of getting started. Please understand, there is no bad way to join longevity. They're all good ways. But depending on your goals, your dreams, and your objectives, there might be a better way for you than someone else because there's three options. So the first one is the $25 option. Get started, get your spot, swap where you shop, and just become a great customer. The better way, if you're looking for financial rewards out of your objectives, is to get started with the $25 spot and your welcome pack, and also to get started on some products. So make a decision up front to get started on products rather than just engaging. Start to purchase some products immediately. And we recommend that even though there's 5,000-ish options, at least get the 90 essential nutrients. Get those into your system, as Joel talked about earlier, because if you have your health, you have everything. If you don't have your health, you have nothing. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So that's better option number two. The best option, if you have financially driven objectives and goals, a CEO pack makes a lot of sense. I think Marianne's going to talk a little bit about that, but I will just mention this. The couple, 2 or 3 primary benefits to a CEO pack. Number one is that immediately You are well versed in some of the most popular products that longevity has to offer. Your testimony, you being a testimony, a walking, talking, living, breathing billboard and advertisement to the benefits of longevity products. The more stories you can tell quicker, the better. When people say, how did you get started? This is reason number 2 to get a CEO pack. Do you want to tell them, oh, I just dabbled? Or, you know what? I figured I should take this pretty seriously. And I got engaged with a CEO pack. It's funny, when you tell your story like that, people say, oh, that's what you did? I should probably do the same thing. So you have to ask yourself a logical question, what is it that I want to be duplicating? So just think about that. Does it make you wrong or lesser if you don't have a CEO pack? It just is a logical thing. You have to ask yourself, what is it that I want to be duplicating? What is my story going to be? And people will do what you do more than they'll listen and do what you say. People will do what you do more than they will listen and do what you say. So be careful what you do versus what you say. And that's the third reason for a CEO pack. Now, when people say, which CEO pack should I get? They don't know that there's 14, 15, 16, 17, 20 CEO packs. They don't know that unless you told them. I would strongly recommend that you not overwhelm people with their ability to decide on 15 CEO packs, which one they're going to get. Because here's what they'll do. Rather than, oh, I'm going to get started, let's get a CEO pack. If you say all of a sudden, well, there's 15 of them, which one do you want? Here's what they do. Whoa, like, tell me about this one. How does this one work? How does it differ than this one? Which one's better? Should I focus on jewelry? Should I focus on essential oils? Should I? And then they're going, you know what? I should probably think about this. This seems to be a pretty big decision. Let me go home and think about this. And then as soon as that happens, then all of a sudden, it's like major overwhelm. And you'll find that this can be a big stumbling block for people getting started. So here's what I do. I say, no matter what your goals and objectives, would you agree that you being in control to the best of your ability of your health is a really good idea and a good place to start? And they would say yes. And I can look at somebody just like you can, and we know if someone should be thinking about losing weight, yes or no?
Yes.
Isn't it obvious? That's one thing about people's health that they cannot lie to you or themselves about. Do you agree?
Yes.
Y'all on the same page? Okay. So if I can see physically that someone's in need of losing weight, I'm going to suggest to them the CE. Did you just touch your butt? Did I just see that?
She didn't go number 2.
Wow. It is very unique. I love this though. I mean, I thought I
You
saw
started
something,
it.
but anyhow.
You see it every Sunday. All the
You
coaches
do.
guys. Yeah.
Okay, on the count of 3, everyone. For those of you watching online, what just happened over here is we had a butt smacking that occurred on the side over here, but it was all in the name of team play. So,
Go team.
so hard to get an image out of it. CEO packs, the ketogenic pack. If I can see that they need to lose weight, I will say, would you like some assistance? I'll just ask him, would you like some assistance in getting in the best shape of your life to include losing a few pounds? I don't mind saying that. And if they say, that's a great idea, great. I'm right into that CEO ketogenic pack. Because in that, they're going to get the products we just talked about. And in that, they're going to get all the 90 essential nutrients and other really powerful health-related products. If they don't need to lose weight, then I'm not talking about the ketogenic CEO pack. I'm just talking about the standard Healthy Start CEO Mega Pack. That's it. For me, it's 1 or 2, and it's based on logic and something that's very obvious to me. Your goal as a leader is to put people in the driver's seat and to take control of their health. Does that make sense?
Yes.
If you keep it that simple, it's like product A or product B. But as soon as you say products A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, there's too much evaluation. That being said, I want to introduce you to our next speaker. Her name is Marianne Niehaus. A lot of you might think you know Marianne Niehaus, but let me tell you what I know about Marianne Niehaus. Marianne Niehaus is a beautiful, energetic, spontaneous, passionate woman that is absolutely committed to not just her goals and dreams, but all of yours. She is one of the most selfless people I have ever met in my entire life. She seems to be more available than anybody else, and for what reason, I have no idea, except that she's just passionate about helping other people. You would think that her agenda, like a lot of other people, would just be on her team or her group. But she never asked that question. She has no care or concern for how you're associated or how you're configured or structured into the genealogy of longevity. She just knows one thing, that together, everyone accomplishes more. And she has figured out something that a lot of people haven't figured out. The more you serve, the more you get. She is blessed beyond words. She has a life of abundance. She has risen the ranks in longevity. She's a respected, admired, successful businesswoman, and she happens to know a tremendous amount about building this company and helping people get what they want. And I think she has figured out this message that Zig Ziglar came up with years ago, probably decades. When you help everybody else get what they want, you have all of your dreams come true. She's going to talk about CEO school that just occurred this last weekend and some of the best nuggets that she took. Please help me welcome my good friend, Marianne Niehaus.
All right, thank you guys. And thanks. I'm glad that Scott kind of went through this, because what this CEO school is really a system to plug into. So after you've gotten your CEO back, or maybe you're just here for products, and what I'm going to show you is just a quick overview of what this website has for you, and give you just some things that I don't know about you guys. I mean, I help a lot of people, like Scott said, and what I really want to do is be able to send you guys to something that you can manage and help yourself and help your team. And Glenn's been a great advocate for this, so Glenn, thank you, because he said you got to look at this. He heard about it at the convention, and I was slow about taking a look at it, but he convinced me. And then when I heard that they were doing the CEO school training in regionals, I was really excited. I got there the day early so I could be a part of it. So this is the website, and it is it's ygceoschool.com. Okay, and I'll have all this stuff I'll post on the Masters of Enrollment Facebook page, so you guys can go there. If you're not a member of that, you should join, because we repost like the daily deals and a bunch of other stuff up there. So here's what I love. The first thing that they started to train us on was your emotional energy level. Right? How many times have Joel did it, everybody standing up, high five, because if you're doing this business, you're like, hey, I want to talk to you about a few things. I got something really exciting. People are like, yeah, I don't think so. But anyway, so they talked about some people are just in this shame state, right? What's that book with Renee Brown on her? Presence or vulnerability, right? Everybody, power of vulnerability. Everybody you meet is in a different state. Think about it. Some days I'm in a different state. Some days I'm at this number one where I feel miserable and shameful, right? Over something, who knows what. So we've got to get our energy levels up. We've got to do things. We've got to read the books. We've got to, connect. A lot of times, when you feel a little bit down, you want to call your upline, because guess what? They're going to pump you up. So this is all about getting your emotions up to this. And I don't know who was talking about that, because the people that are here in this group, when you walk in the door to one of these events, whether it's a meeting, whether it's Scott's meeting, whether it's the conventions, the vibration is up here, right? It's really high. So even if you come in and you might be at a below average, which is fear, anxiety, and anger, you start getting around these people, and the next thing you know, your energy level starts going up. You can't help it. You get a big hug. I told somebody one time, a hug is a gift, because it's people sharing their energy with you. So anyway, so part of the training that they do is about getting your emotional energy level up. And if you notice, most of the people that are in longevity are extremely excited, have a lot of joy, are peaceful and grateful. So that's, that's a spot where you want to be. Then, I love this, 10 ways to get your emotional mastery up, right? So play upbeat music. How many times when people are down, they just play one sad song after another sad song after another sad song. And it's like, no, put something on that's happy, that pumps you up. Move around, stand up. We talk about that all the time. Movement brings energy. Review your goals. Why are you doing this? And I want to tell you guys that next Saturday, we're going to have an open vision board creating here. Everybody's invited, people on your team. We're going to have tables, magazines, bring utensils, stuff like
Bring
that.
magazines too.
Yeah, bring magazines. But we're just going to have a fun time. We're going to have different people talking, and we're going to have oils going and all that kind of stuff. So review that make it smell good. Well, so they talk about this. They talked about this. And so anyways, review your goals. Why are you doing this? Right? It's hard work, like Tom said. It can be really hard work. And developing leaders, you've got to become a leader yourself. Okay. So read books. There's a list of books on here. It's great books, Read about gratitude. We talked about that, the abundance of gratitude. Meditate. A lot of people like to, I feel like I meditate in the shower. How many people meditate in the shower? Like you're taking a shower and also a half hour later, you're like, oh my God, where's the time gone? Because your mind is, you're in a place where you are not necessarily thinking unless you have kids. So they talked about the diffuse oils, right? What are the most energy-raising oils that we have? And so prosperity is great. Lavender, to be at peace, to be loved, and to be happy. How many of you know we have this great candle called the Lovely Day, and it's a soy candle through Soul Purpose, right? So, some people, what is it that brings that energy level up? Because when you're calling and talking to people, that's where you want to be, right? The vibe, they said that, which is great, right? Your vibe attracts your tribe. How many of you guys read the book Tribes? Highly recommend it. Great book. Okay. And then the other thing she talks about, they were talking about the EPS stress pen. How many people have that? Oh, I'm going to have a stressful day. I need to learn every single day. And then the use Harmony drops and drink quantum water. Whatever it is that brings that energy level up. All right. They also have on there affirmations. How many of you guys, people are like, oh, I should have an affirmation or something. You'll be like, I don't know what my affirmation can be. But it has I am achieving my dreams. They're right here. So pick out the ones that you like. They're all on the website. And this is a great little packet. And I have a link to this whole packet. Okay, bring up. I'm going to skip. Go to the. Hold on here. 10 habits of successful leaders. And that page is YGY Daily Habits. Okay, so there's a page like this. It's 10 daily habits. So what are we doing? One of the things that I'm looking at in my business, what worked and what didn't work. What needs to be a little bit massaged? What needs to be changed? If we don't change, nothing changes. If we don't do something different, nothing changes. If we don't read the books, if we don't do the work, nothing changes. How many people, people are, I was in network marketing, nothing, it doesn't work. So they don't go to meetings, they don't read the books, they don't do the trainings. It's not going to work. Anyway, it says, use the products. How many of you guys use the products? Right? If you're going to be a leader in this business, show what it is that you're leading with, right? If you are of not good health and you're talking about health all the time, you got to get your health under control. You've got, if Joel was talking to somebody about building a great physique and he didn't have a great physique, everybody's like, well, how are you going to show me that, right? Same thing with the makeup. If you're not wearing the makeup, you're not wearing the jewelry. So what is it? You got to be a product of the product, all right? Cultivate your dreams. So each one of these things you get 10 points for. So if you're using the products, you get 10 points. Cultivate your dreams. Give yourself 10 points if you reviewed your dreams. Why are you here? What's your goal? Are you reminding yourself every day why you're doing this? Because if you don't, eventually, it can just fade away. How many times have you met people and they're like, they just faded away because they forgot why they got here in the first place? Okay, grow yourself. You know, we all talk about this personal development. Give yourself 10 points if you spent 30 minutes growing yourself. If it's meditating in the shower, that could be part of it. If it's hanging out in the bubble bath, which I know Tom wants to do, but where is it that you know, oh, sorry, can we throw up a picture of Tom in the bubble bath? There's a few out there. But get next to this. Yeah, right. But wherever you do whatever, we're all different. You know, maybe you can't sit still in a yoga style and do the dog thing or whatever. You know, what is that? Downward dog. But anyway, but you know what I'm saying. But some of you, that might be a great spot. Okay. All right, then you gotta take Marianne to a yoga class. Yeah. You get on the ice and play hockey with me. I'll go play. I can do a skip. Yeah. I can skip. All right.
Let's see.
Yeah. We'll have to do a Facebook Live. But, you know, okay, so then, you know, Joel talks about this. Pat yourself on the back. You know, are you finding prospects? Are you meeting new people? Are you going places? Are you getting involved? Invite. How are you? What you're inviting? How are you inviting? Share. Give yourself 10 points every time you share, you know, longevity or recording or something with a prospect. You know, follow up. Get home. What did you do? I thought maybe it was. But so this is all about, these are 10 daily habits of highly successful leaders in longevity. So there's a list here, as you can see, as part of the packet. And you figure out how many points that you did, you know. What else? Let's see here. So anyway, it's about, let's be, you know, Tom talks about this, Ron talks about this, becoming a better you. And what does that mean? What does that look like? If you need to track this kind of stuff, then here it is. Okay.
What's the website one more time? One more time, website.
Oh, the YGYCEOschool.com. Now, again, you know, Tom or Scott talked about this. This is for everybody. This is to plug everybody into, because it's a system, right? So your new people come in, whether they come in the CEO path or just for products, and I'm going to show you that. So go to the health evaluation. So how many of you guys, you know, especially like when you first come in, and also you keep meeting all these people and they want to know about the products, and you're like, I would love to tell you, but I'm not sure. So what we have is a link to direct health evaluation, and these questions and all this kind of stuff has been worked out with Dr. Wallach, and so he helped, and then you can put it in here, and you can put in who referred you and the email. So when you send it to your customer and you're like, yeah, just put my name and go through here, and it's broken down into 4 sections, and they can select the things that they have going on. Because sometimes people say, oh, I've got digestion problems, but what really, you find out they have arthritis problems, right? So you want to start working on what's the major thing. And this will give you, yeah, it's just got great questions. So go up there and take a look at it.
What's the website for that one?
Okay, so the website, and all these links are on here too. But what's the website? Link.
This is the fs18formsite.com. Here you go.
Okay, hold on.
Yes, it's the.
Oh yeah, okay. So it's the YGY. Hold on. Health. Hold on. Sorry. Ready? WallachHealthEvaluation.com. All right. So each one of these pages has specific links that you can send to people. So you send them the link that's WallachHealthEvaluation.com.
No, YGY. Correct.
Correct. Okay. All right, so now, then you have these people, right? You're talking to them about coming into the business. And, hold on, I'm going to look at that one. This one is the lifestyle. So now we're going to go to the lifestyle. Cheryl Morley talked about dropping the F-bomb when we were at the regionals. And everybody's like, whoa, what is that about? But what she's talking about is people who you talk to and you go, how's it going? They're like, oh, fine. That's the outcome, right? Everything's fine. Is it coming up? Okay, good. So that's a lifestyle evaluation. But so many people, they're fine. And if you're fine, guess what? You don't have to do any action. You don't have to move anywhere. Everything is just fine. So, that might be a place where you go, well, you know what? I was fine. Fill out this lifestyle evaluation. I just want to see, do you like your job? Do you like to do? There are all these same questions that you would ask in the coffee shop interview or what have you. But this is a little place where they can kind of fill it out on their own. And then you get a copy of it. And then you can see kind of what their goals are, But how many times, that's, when you talk to somebody and they're just fine and you're looking at them knowing that there is something so much better out there than what they're, living the life of mediocrity. How many times do you meet people like that? And they're fine with it. And I was fine with it at a point in my life. People around me were fine with it. And how many of you were fine with mediocrity at some point in your life? And so everybody, meet people where they're at. Some people are ready for change, some aren't. This is what I like about this is you can kind of send it to people and people can kind of think about it while they're filling it out, right? And start going, maybe I don't, what's that?
How does it come back to you?
Yeah, so then right up here, it says who referred you and then what's their email address. So I just sent it to somebody. I said, here's my my full name and my email address. So put this in when you fill out your evaluation, and then you'll get a copy of it. And so when the product one comes, it kind of gives you a list of what products, right? What health issues that they have. Here's what I don't want people to do on my team or people that I train, to be completely stuck and not call or do anything. Because sometimes people get there. I'd love to talk to people I don't know about the products. I'd love to talk to people I don't know about this. I'd love to talk to people, right? How many times have you talked to them? They've never even gotten started because they don't know what to do. So this is a system for people to look at. They write their goals. They figure out where they want to go. Here's the other. They have personal growth. They have all these books. Some of them I haven't. And so what I love, Joel, thanks for sharing that, because somebody wanted to know, what books did Tom give Joel? How many, can you guys guess? What 2 books do you think Tom gave Joel?
Career,
Edgy conversations.
Edgy Conversations and The Power of Vision, which were different. I thought it was going to be GoPro and this book or something. Those are really deep personal development type of books. The Edgy Conversation, if you haven't, that will kick your butt. Big time. It's a great book. I'm actually really talking.
What's the second one again? Edgy Conversation.
And then The Power of Vision. And that is Bob O'Dean,
Okay, so the reason I gave Joel, you look at Joel, he's this little pyramid, and he thinks he's all muscle man. And everybody tells him how great he is. So, Edgy Conversation is about people like that. That the outside world is just going, you're the greatest thing since sliced bread. And you start believing that and coasting. And I said, no chance on this kid. You got to get better because you, Joel Malley, know there is 10 times more gas in the tank than the world is telling you. They think you're all of it in a bag of chips, and you're operating on about a 5 inside. Was that right, Joel?
Yeah.
Joel. Yeah, so that's why I gave him that book, because this kid is way up here. I mean, you look at him and listen to him, he's got it going, but I'm telling you what, the world deserves an even bigger Joel Malley than he was showing up at. And that's why we did that. And that's what showed up. Give him a round of applause. What? Just one thing.
Because they tried to call me during the thing or whatever. But the one, maybe. But the one thing I like about Tom is when he meets somebody, man, he sees, he knows, he sees the greatness. He refers different books to everybody. It's pretty funny, actually. And so he's like, here, you need to read this and read that. And so how many times have we gotten recommendations of people to read the book? And like Joel said, yeah, I went home, I read it for whatever reason. And so all these personal development books. You know, they're all great books. Does that mean something's wrong with you here? You need to read this book, you know. No. That just, you know, like the vulnerability, like we all ran through that. Or the other one was presence. Yeah. Right? Grab your power. Grab your power. All right. Then there's tons of, networking books. Yes.
Is the lifestyle evaluation, is there a different website for that one than there is for the
So it's really all in the YGY CEO school.
And it'll direct you.
It'll direct you, and this packet, which we'll have the link up for that. Yeah, because what they did was, so it's an easy link that you can send separate links to everybody, but it's all embedded into the CEO school stuff. So, okay. They have this other thing up there. It's a prospecting form, which is great. It's like the coffee shop interview, but you can write it on a piece. How many people, you know, I want to get away from all the paper, but there's just certain things that I still want to have paper on. And so there's a prospecting form on there, which is great. Products, if you're talking to somebody that's just about products, they're not interested in a business. There's two different lanes. There's a left lane and a right lane. One is all about health. The other one is about health and wealth. This is a CEO enrollment form they have. This is, so it's, you know, you heard the questions, right? So based on what you've seen, you know, where are you at? You know, are you at a 10? Are you at an 8? You know, are there some questions? Oh, what? I thought you were raising your hand back there. You were doing this. You go now. All right. But anyway, and so again, there's the business plan is up there. And so I know a lot of this stuff, you know, it's going to be changing a little bit. But so based on what you've seen and you want to get started on a part-time basis, you know, how much would you like to earn? You know, somebody's like, I want 10 grand a month. I want to work 2 hours. Sure, that's all I want to do, right? So you got to be realistic. But what I love, again, all this stuff is up there. It's just a system. You can walk it through. What?
You're great.
Shut up. He's back in the little hole making fun. I tell him to.
And wait.
All right. Okay. I just had one more. Okay. All right. Here's another. This is the YGY CEO map, right? Purchase whatever you need to do. If it's your products, right? Make an auto ship. Get your auto ship set up. This is a little list to go through. Listen to the new member training audio. It's on the CEO school. Get started with the right audio. There's calls every month. You know, watch the longevity story video. So go through the process. How many of you guys want some kind of a system that you can plug everybody into, and then, you know, just, you got to be accountable, right? Did you watch the video? Oh yeah, I saw the video. I got a few questions. Versus you trying to explain everything. It's exhausting. And, you know, Tom's always giving me a hard time. What do you do every day? I go, I disperse information. How many of you guys have gotten information from me on something you didn't know where to go? You didn't know what time something. Tom, where am I supposed to be? You have to text Tom, you know, are you getting on the phone? So anyway, it's just a place to move people along through this CEO website. And then here's your 90-day game plan. This business is a 90-day cycle. And what happens is you do something here, and nobody can wait for that 90 days for it to show up, right? 3 weeks later, like, oh, you know, I did this thing, nobody's calling me back, or I followed up, or whatever. But in 90 days, all of a sudden, somebody sends you an email, or somebody, you know, I want to talk about follow-up for just a second. How many of you guys suck at follow-up? I probably got more leads than I know what to do with. The people I've chatted with, or, you know, I met this great guy on the plane on the way out to Charlotte. And it was funny, in Charlotte, they had us text somebody and set up a meeting. And I texted the lady I met 2 years ago. She texted me back. She was so glad you text me. This is perfect timing. Let's get together. You know, like you're always like, they don't even know where I was, but forget all that. So follow up. So this is just a way to track yourself, right? Your 90-day plan. I gave you the success. You know what leaders do. You got to track this stuff. If you don't write it down, if you don't, track it, then you don't know where you're at. You don't know what the map. There's no map. It's like a vacation, and you don't know where you're going or how you're going to get there, or maybe you don't have a room, and somebody's all worried about you not having a room where you're going to go next, which is happening to me. But it worked out. It was great. All right, so just be disciplined. And check out this website. There's going to be some new stuff. There's some great stuff happening. Does anybody have any questions? You guys are great audio. Oh, what's your question, Glenn?
Can I give a testimony?
Yeah, let Glenn give a testimony. That's great. Come up here. Oh, well, but you got no. You got to come up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people, the Zoomers need to.
The Zoomers want to see it. All right.
So there was an after party after convention, and so I heard Cheryl Morley talking to this gentleman. I remember she was telling us about how this thing was working. So I said, this sounds great. So I went back and started my newest person, and I said, you and I are going to do this together, because this is what we've been looking for, and it's really awesome. So, and it makes the vitamins a real thing, because when they answer that health question, they're like, oh yeah, I do have that. And it's like, and then it tells you where to focus first. And for those of you who don't know, if anybody's suffering from digestion problems, that's where you have to focus first. Even though their knees are blown out, you got to address digestion first. So you do that, and that helps identify what to attack. It helps them with their first order. And since that's just for a product user,
Yeah.
and then on the business side, there's all these things that keep you going, and I'm in the middle of that process. So it works really good.
Yeah, you've done goals. I've got email. So it's a system to plug into. And like I said, it took me a little bit. I really wanted to go through it. I wanted to make sure if I'm sending my people there, I want it to be the culture, right? I want it to be who I am. And that's why I love about, the pumping up, getting the energy, reading the books. These are all things that we're already doing. So it's a great place to send people, and then answer their questions after they've gone through, the process.
Well, it self-trains them. I mean, if
Yeah.
they just follow it, it gives them the videos, the reading, and it just trains them. They get to, at their own pace, train themselves on everything they do about it. So
Yeah.
includes Wally's Dead Doctors Don't Lie in there. There's Tim Sell's video.
Yeah, brilliant conversation. How many of you guys have seen that? That is awesome. And that's a great thing to get in front of people about this business and leverage. It's called Brilliant Compensations with Tim Sales.
It's all in that.
It's
one
all
website.
in here.
That one website.
That
Go
one.
there and just peruse
Peruse.
around. It's really neat.
All right. Thanks, Glenn. Thanks, Glenn.
All right, we're at the 50-yard line. Aren't you excited?
Yeah.
Stop. Okay, we'll act like it. Here's what we're going to do. All right? So I want you to look at the person next to you, stand up, and just act a little bit excited. Will you please? So just get up there. All right, come on. All right, sit back down. Sit back down. That would, Brittany, where are you going?